Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is Adventures with Plastic Crack mini notes. This is part 2 of the suite of Perfume Pretty Barbie stuff. And since I started out with that longer than it's supposed to be video of the basic dolls for the USA, we're going to look at Canada and Europe. And these dolls are going to be essentially identical to the United States dolls. So here's a flyer that I think might be from Canada because I see some French and English on it. And just a close-up picture of one of those golden-haired Barbies. And this is the Canada Barbie in her box. And we see that we have a golden-haired version with the shorter hair behind her. And in Canada, we have English and French on the boxes, so that's how you can tell it's Canada. And usually it'll say made in Canada on it somewhere. I'm not sure if that's true for everything with these dolls. It used to be things that were sold in Canada were made in Canada, especially cases. But I don't have a box back to check that out for these right now. So in French, it's called Parfum de Rêve, which is like perfume dream, more or less. So real fragrance for you. Essence réelle de parfum juste pour toi. And the other stuff down there I can't read because it's too small. Tirez pour allonger la robe. And une soirée merveilleuse m'attend. So Barbie's going partying here. And you can see there's a golden one in Canada, and then Parfum de Rêve Barbie comes with the long platinum hair with her hair on the side as well. And we have Ken here. So perfume giving Ken, Parfum de Rêve Ken. I guess he's just Perfume Dream Ken in French, in Canadian French, in Canuckian French. Oh, it says, okay, so it says underneath Ken, it says Présent parfumé pour Barbie. And then his notepad is scented, the paper is scented, which I think I forgot to say in the other video. So here's Whitney, Parfum de Rêve Whitney. So her original price here is $19.99, and I looked at the exchange rate for 1988 for Canadian dollars. So if that's Canadian dollars on there, it would have been around $16 US, unless I did the math wrong. Which is what we find to be true, is that they were somewhere around 15, 16 bucks a piece. So that was Canada, and now we have Europe. So in Europe, there's 4 languages on the box, and we see this French catalog here that in French, it's still Parfum de Rêve. And then oh my god, I can't even talk. So the 4 languages, they have in English to sell in the UK and other places where it's been colonized. We have Parfum de Rêve for France. It's called Blutenduft, which is probably being pronounced wrong, in German, and then Profumo is Italian. And we see that those 4 languages are common for European dolls. Okay, so here's another French catalog with another picture of Barbie and a different Barbie. And here's another French catalog showing Perfume Pretty Barbie with this bedroom set. So I don't know if that bedroom set is actually supposed to go with Perfume Pretty Barbie, but there is a sort of bow and or roses on it. Here's a World of Fashion booklet. So this would be like that big fold-out brochure, but in Europe they had it like a little booklet that you'd open up, apparently. So here we have the World of Fashion booklet with the dolls on it here. In Europe, Whitney was called Princess Laura. In Canada, she was still called Whitney, and we saw that on the box there. Um, so here's another catalog image, and then some more of that furniture being shown next to the dolls. So possibly they're supposed to it's supposed to be for them, or just a coincidence that they keep putting Barbie next to that furniture. And the booklet, the pink booklet that comes with the dolls, it says fragrance fun on it, and then we see that it also has the other 3 languages as well. So the booklet ends up being, instead of 16 pages, it's going to be a lot more pages because we've got to have room for all that writing. So we see here that by the time we get to the picture of the dolls, we're already on page 19. So it's got to be at least twice as thick. And then we have Barbie. These all have the same stock numbers. So this is European Barbie. We can see it says Perfume Pretty, and then Blutenduft, which is probably not pronounced right. Parfum de Rêve, and then Profumo, and then the fragrance information is in 4 languages as well. And her little perfume bottle has the silver ribbon under where it says Barbie. It doesn't say anything on it. In the United States, it says fragrance on it. And I'd have to look again to see if it says anything in Canada. So these dolls, we have a golden-haired Perfume Pretty Barbie, and she has her shorter hair behind her, and she has her arms sort of in an arc, one up, one down. She's got her left arm up, and then we have another European Barbie who her hair looks a little bit more platinum, and it's also behind her, and she has both of her arms down at her sides, and you can tell that she was produced that way because she's still sealed in the box. The comb and the perfume are in the same place there. And we see 5975 here, which I'm not sure how to read that. I don't know if that's marks or what, because it looks like we have a German store here on that one. It would have been about $34 in the US if that's $59.75 in marks, which sounds really expensive, but sometimes dolls in Europe are a lot more expensive. So here we have Ken. You can see just a little bit of the UFT from the Blutenduft on his package, so we know it's a European Ken, and we see light shoes and we see dark shoes. And we have Princess Laura here, and it looks like her face screening might be a little different, but there's two different ones of these. We have a vibrant makeup and a lighter makeup, so presumably made in different places. And that is it. It's the end of it. I do not have any of the European dolls. It's really hard to find a Princess Laura boxed doll, which is why the image for her is blurry in the box. It was a little easier to find just Laura from Spain and or Mexico, but the Princess Laura for Europe is really hard to find, and then partly again because in Canada she was still called Whitney, so the other one becomes a lot harder to find. But the doll is exactly the same, more or less identical. If you had the European dolls and the Canadian dolls and the dolls sold in the USA next to each other, you probably wouldn't be able to tell them apart. It looks like, just sort of skimming back through these, it looks like the Canadian one says "Eau Parfumée" on it, on the little ribbon on Barbie's label. So that's it for the Canadian and European dolls and part 3 of Spain and Mexico will be next. So we'll see you there.